Hi, welcome to Yoke's YouTube channel. I'm Liz Matthew, the regulated Canadian immigration consultant. Nice to have you all here. So today's topic is basically on parents and grandparents. I do know that quite a lot of you have been receiving invitations which has been sent out by IRCC from July 28, 2025 onwards. So congratulations on people who have received their invitation for their parents, which is a crucial one as you've been waiting for quite a long time. It has been invited from the 2020 pool expression of interest. If you have submitted it in 2020, yes, you would have 17,800 applicants would have received invitations. And from that, they will be selecting only 10,000 completed applications. So today we will be discussing about some kind of common mistakes that usually happens in the parents and grandparents applications, as it's a very tedious application, as quite a lot of information is being asked for and IRCC is looking for them, and your chances of getting rejected is quite high if they are not addressed properly. So one of the main common mistakes that has been seen is submitting an incomplete application. So having your application complete is very, very important, as your AOR, acknowledgement of receipt, is sent only once your application is gone through that completeness check, and IRCC then issues an application number when the AOR, acknowledgement of receipt, is sent out. So that's what it is. And so it's very, very important to have a complete applications, or else they will even send that entire application back to you saying that it is not complete, and therefore we will not be able to proceed with that application. And you've been waiting for your invitation for your parents for quite a long time, and you do not want to miss out on that opportunity. So make sure you do have your application cross-checked, and also have like a professional immigration consultant or a lawyer to look at your application, so you are confident when you submit that application if you have everything in there, because there are people who do work with applications on a regular basis, and they will be able to help you out with pointers that you might miss out on your own. And also, another very common mistake is responding to IRCC from a wrong email. So when you did submit your expression of interest in the year 2020, you would have submitted it from a particular email address. So make sure you do use the same email address. So IRCC has sent you the invitation based on that email address, and they are able to track and see, yes, that is the same individual that is responding to the invitation, and the application has been sent based on that email address. So it's very, very important to note that you're using the same email address. And another very common mistake is the inconsistency between the interest to sponsor form and application. Well, when you submitted your interest to sponsor form in 2020, they would have asked you quite a lot of questions in regards to the eligibility criteria for your parents. So the name, email address, your income, so on and so forth. So everything, whatever you have submitted in your application, should be reflecting that you submitted in the sponsor form, interest to sponsor form. It should be reflected in your application. So they do not want to see something like totally different. So yes, your income situation would have gone up. Say if for the last 3 years your income situation is not meeting as per the criteria that's been introduced by IRCC, you might be in a trouble to even apply for that application. So do make sure your interest to sponsor form and your application is very much consistent. And also, your improper signature and missing validation. So some of the forms do require you to validate, and your signature is required for some forms. So make sure you do sign in the places that has to be signed and validate forms that need to be validated, because if you do send in forms without validation and proper signature, you will get that rejected, and IRCC in some cases will not even give you a second chance. And so you are basically losing that invitation out that you have been waiting for. So always remember to, submit your application properly and be confident in while submitting that, because it's very important, especially when you have been waiting for this chance for quite a long time, and do not miss out on it. And so another very common reason is the um, unemployment periods from your resume. Yes, parents and grandparents resumes are required in that application, and most of the time all the periods are not inputted in, and some there are some gaps, and unemployment periods are not inputted in. So these are very, very common mistakes, and IRCC sometimes will send you that second request to have a new resume. Sometimes they wouldn't, and you don't want to risk that chance. So it's very, very important, and we are always here to help you out, to sponsor your parents and grandparents, and we are here to submit your application to IRCC with confidence. So make sure to you do reach out to us, and we are always here to help you out with whatever your inquiry be. And thanks for tuning in.